Hello, friends and family. Welcome to day 38, cycle 2, day 16 of my quest to crush aggressive diffuse large B-cell lymphoma using the R-EPOCH chemo treatment. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Let's get into status. Okay, eating has not been too bad today. The nausea's there, but it's been very well mitigated. It hasn't been overwhelming me in any way, shape, or form. The mouth pain is better. I used the magic mouthwash last night, so maybe that was my problem. So part of the issue is I have to make the magic mouthwash myself. So I think that at the time that I ran out, I wasn't feeling that well, and I didn't feel like making the effort to make it. So what I've done is I make it into these 5 ml syringes for medicine that have caps. So I just put all the different parts in it, and I can kind of shake it in there and take the mouthwash. So I had 4 already, and I was making 4 at a time. So I've changed it to 8, so I can get almost a week's worth of magic mouthwash with one sitting, preparing it. So I think that will help me. I'll make sure to make some before I, on Friday or Saturday after my treatments start, and then I'll have for the full week, that kind of thing. So hopefully that will mitigate that kind of issue in the future. I'll just have it ready. Let's see. My weight is still in range, but it's at the top of the range. Not really sure what's going on there, but I'm just rolling with it, not stressing about it. My fluid intake was 100 ounces. I reached my new goals. That was good. And my sleep was 7 hours and 40 minutes. I haven't had a nap today. My mental health headspace, I think I would characterize it as at peace. Pretty chill today. So I found a couple at peace quotes for you. Being at peace is the ultimate position of power. And another one, to be calm is the highest achievement of the self. That's a Zen proverb. So I think really I think just at peace today. Like I'm chill with where I'm at and what's going on, and it's all good. My chemo symptoms, a little bit of nausea, a little bit of mouth pain, still some finger neuropathy, and those nose clots. So pretty much the same as yesterday, but nothing crazy wild there. I think my chemo brain is improving. I don't feel like I'm slurring my words as much or losing them. So I think it is improving. Yesterday, my movement, my steps was 11,400. I think that was because I was so revved up, but who knows? And I also did the modified legs up the wall pose for a while. I did not do my sun salutations. I was pretty beat by the end of the day, but then now I look at my steps, I go, that's why. Because I was going like the Energizer Bunny, apparently. My vitals were all fine today. And no doctor's news, it's the weekend. All right, so that is the status. So my to-do list. Let's talk about my to-do list. I worked on this new hooded scarf that I'm wearing right now. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like this really thick Bernat blanket yarn. It's probably a 7 chunky yarn. Pretty thick. I don't know if you can get a sense of the thickness next to my finger, maybe. So it's a heavy velour-y type of. So at the end, I don't know if you can see this. I have these little secret pockets that go in at the end, so I can keep my hands warm. And I got this accent. And then I also have a little hood like this. Whoops. Sorry. So this little hooded scarf, this was the special project I was working on yesterday. It's really super warm. It's like carrying around a little blanket with you all the time. So we'll see if this is the shawl I bring for next week, or if I bring the one I have with the hat or whatever. We'll figure that out as I get closer. I began working on my Mobius shawl. Here it is. Let me share it with you. So I just started this because I finished the one that I'm wearing right now. So this is the Mobius shawl. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, but if I pull it out, what you can see is that there's kind of a twist there, and you can see it very clearly with the color change in the yarn. That twist is done, that's the Mobius twist, and that's what we're talking about. So this has to get quite a bit bigger, but eventually as it grows. And it's interesting to crochet or knit the Mobius twist because it's continuous. It can be continuous. Some people finish off each round, but it's basically a continuous figure 8. So you work the top and then you work the bottom and there's no break and you just keep going. So that's kind of cool, and that's how I'm doing this one. So you'll see as we go around, like actually I think you can see here, the color looks like here. It's here and here separate, but this is really the same row, if that makes any sense, because the top and the bottom eventually come around. So that's what I'm working on. That's the one that I was working on with the new yarn. And then I also did a Warm Up America rectangle. This guy is a corner to corner. This is with the robotics yarn, for lack of a better term. And this one came out at 32 grams, I think. So it did come out a little bit denser. So that was interesting. I'm going to have to do a couple more with a smaller hook and dense and see what the measurements are there. And then we'll come up with some average, like I mentioned a couple days ago. All right, what else do we have here? So I did spend a good portion of my day just relaxing, sorry to say. Very chill. I made an effort this morning to do the nutritional information. I used an app. I have an app. But I used an app to collect all the nutritional information for the ingredients that I put into my oatmeal. I'm calling it Oatmeal Plus because it's not just oatmeal. And for a half a cup of oatmeal, half a cup of dry oatmeal, plus all the stuff that I add to it, it came in over 630 calories. And so I cut the results in half, and I only had like 300 and some odd calories this morning. So maybe that's part of the issue as far as my weight not coming back down. So I think that's great to know for when I'm having those really difficult days, when I feel just miserable, 600 calories of that kind of bland, warm, and I forget, I have to look up the data for you, but the protein and the fat and the carbs even were well distributed because of the different things I'm adding. So that was good news. Let's see. I straightened the kitchen, some last night and some today. So that accounted for some of my steps, like way straightened. I hadn't really done, all those areas in the kitchen that I had kept clean up until I started feeling bad. I had to go back and, reattack those, as you might expect with a family full of men, young men mostly. It doesn't stay that way unless you're on top of it. So I did do that. Yesterday, I forgot to mention in my to-do list that I made dinner, although I don't know if I can take credit for it. I made it in the Instapot, and it was a Omaha Steaks pre-made kind of thing that Bill ordered. He likes to order stuff. So this was a jambalaya. I did not eat it because I'm not a fan of sausage or shrimp. But, it was a chicken, sausage, shrimp, rice, vegetables, and the spicy sauce, whatever it was. And, they all ate that for dinner last night. They did say it was very spicy. And then both Bob and Bill said it would be better with sour cream. So they actually added sour cream to try and, counteract the spiciness. I don't know if that's sacrilege or not, and I apologize. I also vacuumed the kitchen in preparation to wash the floor. I really went to wash the floor, so I think if I don't get it done tonight, I'll do it tomorrow as an activity. And then I also roasted pecans because I was out of pecans for my oatmeal conglomeration. So that was my to-do list today. Not so shabby for a day that I feel like I was really kind of slacking, but I did get quite a bit done when I look at it listed. All right, so my to-do still has the red hat, but obviously it's a little lower on my list. The Mobius shawl I'm working on. I still need to return the light to Amazon. I need to order a new light. I need to do the Cycle 1 compilation. I didn't work on that at all today. I need to wash the floor, and I need to put in a virtual grocery shopping order. Oh, and I have a stack of texts that I need to return. So I will now apologize to family and friends who have texted me and I have not responded. I apologize. And I will make an effort tonight and tomorrow to go through all my stack of texts that I have not responded to and respond. So again, apologies. And I think that's all I've got for you today. To my knowledge, there were no angel deliveries. If there's one, I apologize. We'll get to it tomorrow. If you sent an angel delivery that I have not mentioned, and you think that that it may be lost, I've mentioned everything that I know that I have. So if you sent an angel delivery that I have not acknowledged, and you want to check up directly with me, please do so. And that is all I have. So thank you all so much for your love and support, your comments. It really makes a big difference. I'm glad that my improved attitude yesterday could inspire those around me. And, we got to keep moving and keep going. Every day is an adventure. We have to enjoy it, right? So, thank you. We love you. Remember, every day is a gift. Live it.